Taurus, you are playing a massive role right now in your life and other people's lives, in the collective. Last reading we did for you, I had chills and we got some synchronistic magical messages right off the hop in the beginning. And the same thing is happening now again as I tap into your energy. So I channeled some messages, and one of the things that I got is that there are stepping stones being laid out before you, and you're taking one step at a time, and it's like Spirit is leading you somewhere. And then I got the Oracle card Metamorph. Beautiful card. I don't think this has ever actually showed up for me or for anybody. This is the first time this card is landing on the table. And I had a look in the book, and one of the things it says is allow the metamorph to take your hand and show you which stepping stone you might next trust to support your weight. So I'm already mind blown. Spirit is clearly saying to you that you're guided and that you are a conduit for transformation. I feel like you are a channel for the energy of transformation, both in your life and in other people's lives. There's something about you where change is being facilitated by you. I also got that you're stepping into a very big role. This could be a spiritual role. Maybe this is happening energetically or work or in a relationship, but there's some big role you're stepping into. There's also going to be some kind of divine intervention in a situation that's coming up. And when I got that, I saw the High Priestess and the Tower in my mind's eye. So we'll see if they come through. But the High Priestess is about hidden knowledge and information and intuition, wisdom, secrets. And then the Tower is that change, is the upheaval, is the disruption, is the epiphany, is something shocking. And I feel like this is the divine intervention. I also got the numbers 389. There's a sweet surrender. This feels like someone else is surrendering and it feels sweet to you. And you're prepared for a shift. Yeah, so I'm excited to see what comes through for you, Taurus. Look at this card though. It's pretty cool. I don't know. There's something about the image in this card that is really powerful. The balance of the light and the dark. Justice. There's something, I feel like the role you're stepping into has something to do with divine justice. You're bringing equanimity to a situation. You're the person, you're the soul, you're the one who's supposed to facilitate some kind of just change. Again, it could be in your own life or in the lives of others. It's like you have an understanding, a multifaceted understanding of the ins and outs of your situation, of other people's situations. You have a broad view. I definitely feel like I'm talking to people here who are actively channeling spirit. And you can channel spirit in many, many ways, which is your higher self too. Your higher forms of consciousness. You can channel that energy in dreams. You can do it in tarot readings. Anybody can be a channeler. I truly believe that. But there's something about you right now where you're being like activated and it feels like it's in service for others as well as yourself. But it is for yourself. Hold on. What will be achieved through your service will benefit you as well as others. Hit my teeth there. Okay. Let's see what energies are supporting you, Taurus. The energies supporting Taurus. Union. And the energies challenging Taurus at this time. Rebirth and creativity. So Taurus is typically a very creative energy. And I feel like the change that needs to happen, that you see needs to happen, the way that you're going to channel that change and introduce it and activate some kind of balancing out or justice in a situation is through some kind of creative means, creative approach, creative intelligence. I almost feel like, how do I say that? For some of you, you might be literally up against something. For others of you, it's not that. It's kind of more subtle where, you know, you come across things that feel like obstacles from time to time. But you creatively know how to energetically move around these obstacles, or how to defeat your opponent, so-called opponent. I don't know, maybe you're having some kind of battle with someone, a legal battle or something like that, or I don't know, there's something up for review here. But you get them to surrender. That's the big thing, is they surrender. This could even be in love. I don't know, maybe someone did you wrong and they're surrendering. They're admitting something. It's like you creatively know how to act in a situation. It's something as predictable as you can be. It's unpredictable, the way that you take on a situation. Because Taurus, you work with the energy that is present in the moment. And the energy that is present at any given moment can be unpredictable. So you assess the situation and assess the people involved and the emotions and the things being said, the logic, the intuition. You assess all of that and you creatively come up with a solution or a way to shift and change things so that they benefit you and others. And anybody who's trying to block that or stop that from happening is unsuccessful. And they almost like surrender to your force, to your divine will, to the role that you're in, to create necessary change. And I feel like the union that's supporting you is a union with spirit, a union with your higher self, but there could also very well be in a very significant union in your life with someone, a friend or a lover or anybody really, that is giving you strength and resilience and determination. I also feel very strongly that you really have someone's back. Okay, and that's typical of Taurus, right? I'm a Taurus. And when we really love someone or we really care about someone, we usually will fight to the death for them. Because we care about them, we love them, we're very protective in that way. And I feel like this is happening for some of you. And it's not like you're going to fight to the death, your own death, but you're going to fight for the energy of death, for the energy of transformation. You're going to fight to the death of yourself, the transformation and change of yourself for them. You see what I'm saying? It's like in your fighting for others or supporting others, you really put a lot into it, so much so that it causes your own rebirth, your own death, your own transformation, your own change, while also attending to helping others in some sense. And this creates a strong union of mutual respect, of love, of care, and of justice. So I don't know what's going on for all of you. It seems a little specific, this message. But then again, this is just your overall energy as well. I feel like this is who you are. You're a conduit for change, for the energy of rebirth and transformation. And you're determined to get justice, to seek justice, and you do it creatively. Okay, so let's get further in Taurus and see what else comes through for you. For Taurus spirit. stepping into a big role. Yeah, I feel like you were made for something. You were born to do this, to address this, to, yeah, I don't know. There's something here. I wish I knew your specific situation. But it feels like there is a spiritual side, an energetic side to what's happening that is going to be a rite of passage for you. 9 of Earth and 4 of Fire. See the strength? The independence, the creativity to create stability. If there's been concerns or worries over home or housing or something like that, I see you finding the resources to be successful in whatever you're up against. I also see for some of you, you've been thinking about moving or living on your own or getting your own space, having something just for yourself. Velocity of air. And I feel like you are going to think creatively and say something creatively to make that happen. Oh yeah, I did get something about a contract. A contract has been signed, and this felt like a spiritual contract. It's like you signed up to step into a big role of divine intervention. Okay, so let's keep going, Taurus, and see what else we get. Some of you are like really getting more serious in your love relationships in a certain union. There's a renewal here. There's a lot of communication around what you and another want. Ace of Fire for your opportunity. Let's get, oh my goodness, Ace of Air. Yeah, I know, I'm excited for a reason here. Okay, 10 of Air, Curiosity of Earth. Okay, 4 of Earth. 8 of Water at the bottom. So there's something here that was dulling your shine, putting you down, just making you feel kind of crummy. And Page of Swords, 4 of Cups, you saw it for what it is. I also feel like someone tried to talk you out of something, or maybe you tried to talk yourself out of doing something. It's almost like you're not going to let yourself be sabotaged, not by anyone, not by yourself, not by anything. And any apathy you were having towards a situation in which you would really feel passionate about, that's coming back online for you. There's something that you're seeing that somebody else isn't seeing. There is also somebody here who wants you to turn your back and walk away and not help others, or not help yourself, not create transformation and change. And I feel like you could have been on the precipice of just saying, screw it, whatever, that's their problem, not my problem. And sometimes we need to do that. But in this case, the union is your supportive energy. So you're not turning your back on something or someone. Instead, you're looking back here and you're like, wait a second. There's something I need to do here. Because I signed up for it. Energetically, with spirit. So, what you don't see coming, Ace of Fire. This is will, drive, inspiration, feeling that fire burning within you, passion, creativity, creative rebirth, right here. Let's go in a little bit further. Here's something like a rose is a rose. A rose is just a rose by any name or something like that. I don't know what that saying is. Something about roses. What's happening here? I also feel like you're amping something up, like you're revving something up. You're turning up the heat with something. Maybe you took a very slow, steady, staid, paced approach. You took the chill approach. And now either somebody has tested you way too much and that chill approach is just not going to happen anymore. Taurus is, you know, getting their bull horns ready. Could be that. But I feel like it's noble. I feel like you know when to act appropriately and when to reserve your opinion or your help even. And it feels like you're getting ready to act. And this could cause the sweet surrender. It's like someone's like, oh, I didn't think Taurus was going to fight for that. I didn't think Taurus was going to be so assertive. I didn't think Taurus was going to do anything. But lo and behold, here you come. And I don't feel like you're backing down either. Or you're not giving up. You're not giving in. You're not stopping. You're actually picking up the pace. Tell me about this Ace of Wands. 5 of Water. Yeah, because I feel like either yourself, like you, or someone around you is very dealing with a difficult situation. And it feels like enough is enough. Something needs to be done. Enough is enough. So you are transmuting and transforming some energy of grief, of despair, of worry, of regret by taking an unexpected approach to a situation. You're showing up for yourself. You could be showing up for someone else. And this is exactly what you should be doing because you are the person for the job. You are the one to do this. You're stepping into your role. Tell me more about the Ace of Wands, Spirit. 3 of Water. They're the other people that you're helping and working with. Look at this. It's interesting. There's 3 people pictured in the 5 of Cups, and then 3 people pictured in the 3 of Cups. So a kind of dystopic, despairing situation turns into one of celebration and rejoice and growth. Things turn around because of your creative inspiration and wisdom and intelligence of how to get something moving or how to do something. Some of you are really great role models. And maybe you've been tired of that, or you haven't really been feeling like you want to be in that position, but there's something that ignites within you and you step back into this role because it helps you too. It's part of your own transformation. Some of you could be doing some humanitarian aid or some kind of relief here, or helping a community of people get back up on their feet. That's obviously very specific, but I'm seeing it. The Magician. That's you, the conduit of change. Knowing what to do and being clever, crafty, intelligent, and creative about that. What else do I say, Spirit? Well, what about these stepping stones? Oh, well, duh, let's go to the next card in which this child is holding stones in his hand. Ace of Pentacles for your opportunity. Well, I guess they're seeds actually, but they looked like stones to me at first. Counting the stones in your hand. I have this strong sense that you're becoming aware of how life is leading you to a particular destination. Now, I don't feel like you exactly know what this destination is, but it's like things make sense why they're unfolding the way they are. And if they don't now, this is in your energy, so it's potentially happening for you. I feel like it is happening for you. Things start to make sense. Things fall in line. Spirit puts one stone down after another. Stones are being laid out before you. Ace of Pentacles, one pentacle at a time, one opportunity at a time. And these are stepping stones. So they're not the final destination, but they're leading you somewhere. You're growing each step you take. Towards what? Seven of Wands, fighting, defending, justice, see? And the Eight of Earth, working to stand up for the highest good of all in whatever way you're doing that, Taurus. Could be in your family, immediate relationships, could be animal rights. I don't know. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're standing up for the highest good of all. And you're putting in a lot of work to do that. Every pentacle that you receive, you give it back. In another form, maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. But you give back what you receive, and therefore you keep receiving another stone, another stone. Yeah, this is the role you're stepping into. This is your energy right now. That's how I'm seeing you. Determined. Not scared. Up against all odds, but knowing that you're going to find a way through and a way around. This is so inspiring. And I feel like you are inspiring. So remember that and inspire yourself when you feel down. I saw this meme the other day, and it was like Taurus giving guidance to others. And it was like this Zen character chilling, passing out wisdom and knowledge like the Hierophant, you know, totally relaxed. And then Taurus giving advice to themselves. And it was like somebody freaking out, like in total panic. And I can resonate with that too. You are the Hierophant, so you're very good at giving guidance. You're very good at teaching and channeling that higher guidance. But when it comes to taking it yourself or knowing what to do with that guidance, it can be a little bit difficult. But I feel like this message, Spirit is saying, now that you have this spark ignited within you, every action you take to guide another is also guiding you. And you're going to realize that. Because all are one, right? So it makes sense. This big one here. All are one. Okay, can I get a little more about the opportunity? Some of you are defending your work project. Maybe you're defending a thesis, a dissertation, or you're a defense lawyer, or you're defending your love. You're coming to somebody's defense in some way or another. And I think we had a message like this. Maybe it was in the extended for Taurus last time, where it's like if you mess with someone that Taurus cares about, not a good choice. Okay, Sovereignty of Fire, Two of Cups, and Six of Swords in reverse. Exactly. Look, you're not going to just abandon a union. And again, this could be a union with yourself, with your higher self, with your future self. You're not going to just leave that part of you to scramble. Or you're not going to just abandon a union. Six of Swords is moving away from a situation, mentally detaching from something. But in reverse, it's showing me, this union, this Two of Cups, This union with your higher self, with your contract, stepping into this role is very important to you. And this spark with the Knight of Wands is really strong to get going on it. Some of you feel very inspired to travel and to meet new people. You should do it. And you should do an adventure type travel. Have some fun, even if it's like whatever it is that you're doing. You could travel to another part of your city. It doesn't have to be going on an airplane. Some of you are going on a boat, but whatever you're doing, have an adventure for yourself because there is someone to meet there, someone very special. You are changing. You're not only a conduit for change, but you are changing. And I feel like it's beginning today, okay, as you watch this. The change begins. Union. This is very healing for you. And that frustrated energy of stagnation, no more. It's almost like someone gave you the little nudge you needed. Maybe it was spirit. Maybe it was somebody else who even you saw something you didn't agree with and it was that nudge, that catalyst to get you going again. But you're back on track. I want to tell you, Taurus, if you felt like you were off track, you're definitely back on the track. Maybe you just lingered a little long on one of those stones. Okay, your challenge, the 10 of Swords. This is an interesting image. We have a woman, she looks like she's a nurse, leaving a hospital. It gives me the energy of death. Well, it is the 10 of Swords. There's a chart hanging on the wall. For some of you, you could be fighting for someone's, representing them when it comes to their health. For some of you. What else? A painful ending. But you see this woman's stature and the way she's holding her head high. This gives me the energy of even though there are painful endings and there are unfortunate situations, we still do the job that we need to do. So for some of you, you're going to come up with a creative solution to get around something or to get someone to surrender for the highest good of all in some way. But it's almost like, it's not that somebody loses, but somebody experiences some difficulty because of your solution. Maybe you call someone out and it puts them in a difficult spot. I don't know. But it's like this woman here, your energy, it's like, well, it was necessary. It was necessary for that to happen. Some of you, yeah, we'll just leave that there. Tell me more about the 10 of Swords. For the challenge for Taurus. What's ending? Five of Pentacles. A difficult financial situation, yours or someone else's. Bad health for someone. Okay, the battle's over. It's the end of it. The Star. It's time for healing. I feel like maybe some of you are death doulas. I know that's come up on the channel a few times. Or you're doing some kind of hospice care. There's something about being that conduit of transformation and change and channeling that energy. It's like, and this could be purely metaphorical, but it's like you're with someone as they transition. Maybe to the other side, or maybe they just become a new person. You do your job there, though. So how does this relate to standing up and defending to a fire? Well, you could have decided not to be there for someone. Or you could have decided you didn't want to channel that energy of transformation. But you chose to do that. Look, the plane again. Or the travel, I should say. Again, a map here as well. Maybe some of you are going to the Atlantic Ocean. Some of you are going to receive a message about someone, could be themselves or a family member or a friend who is not doing so well in one way or another. And you're going to be asked to do something in relation to that. And what should Taurus do? Alchemy. Yeah, you should do some alchemy. Temperance. This might be a tricky situation for some of you, in which you have to decide carefully whether you want to attend this or be there in this situation. Because for some of you, it could be this person who needs your help. But for others of you, this could be another situation that takes you away from something else that you're coming into union with. So you have to use your discernment, which is what alchemy, temperance is all about, is using your discernment. Ten of Wands. Yeah, you have to ask yourself, is me alchemizing this energy for this person going to be an energetic weight on me and take me back to a place in which I feel stuck and stagnant and I'm unable to forge a union, 10 of Cups, and head down that stepping stone path to my destiny? Or is it the path of my destiny? 9 of Air. This is going to take some careful thinking. So Taurus, interesting. Now that you're in this role, it's more than one energy that's going to be requesting your help and your guidance. And you have to use your discernment. But where you want to place your energy and what's appropriate and what is not appropriate for you. Because remember, this transformation and change and defending and all of this stuff is meant to help you as well. And so if there's a situation where you're expending energy, but it's not helping you, it's putting you in a state of misery, that's not the path. Although it could be tempting for some of you. Some of you could see someone in a destitute situation and feel like you could heal them. We can never heal or transform anyone. We can be a catalyst for that, but ultimately it's up to that person to want to heal or to transform themselves. And I feel like there's a situation here in which someone's going to beckon you and your energy to help them in some kind of journey or transformation in which you're not really meant to help in. You're meant to be on this other path where your fire is ignited and your creative spark is alive. Not where you're like, oh, this person really needs me now. That's not where you should go, not in that energy. The person that you should be helping is the one where you're like, yes, we have to do this. We have to get this. We have to defend you. We have to go forward. And again, these could be different aspects of yourself. So take this reading however it resonates. Your advice, curiosity of Earth. You have a lot to give, Taurus. And you're meant to give. Not so much that it puts you out. But like I said, the more you give, the more you receive. It's a flow. It's an energetic exchange. And this next 3 months, these next 3 months are going to be a little bit of a rite of passage, a test. Test, I don't know. I don't really like that word, but you're going to be asked to discern who you should give to and who you shouldn't. Can I just get some more clarity on who shouldn't receive Taurus's energy right now? 8 of Fire, Generosity of Air, which is the Queen of Swords, and the 5 of Fire. It's somebody who wants you to... step into a role that somebody else in their life has stepped out of. Okay, this is somebody who wants you to replace someone in their life. Could be a mother type figure they want you to be to this person, to themselves. This is somebody who wants you to fight their battles for them. And that's very different than fighting a battle with someone. Four of Pentacles for what's going to manifest in the next 3 months. I'm seeing some alcohol on this card. There's also some books. The name Jean. I don't know what that is. A yoga mat, maybe. It feels like you need to take very good care of yourself in these next 3 months because they're exciting. There's a lot of energy. Things are moving and transforming and changing. Try to abstain from things that alter your state of mind because it's definitely important for you to be thinking clearly right now. 8 of Swords and the Professor. There's the Hierophant and the World. In order to be the Hierophant, the guide, the metamorph, in order to step into this big role that you're being given, you need to abstain from people, places, and things that create mental confusion or anxiety. Games. I'm seeing someone playing cat's cradle here. Because you need a clear head at this time. You have a lot to do and a lot to say. And you're bringing some kind of resolution to a very sticky, difficult situation. And you're being recognized for your, there's the Tower, for your ability to do this. To be rewarded. The Sun and the Tower, the Chariot, for finding a way through the difficult situations, for shedding light on injustices. Okay, I'm going to go into an extended. In the extended, I'm going to go a layer deeper into this reading. We just see what else wants to come through. Link for that is in the description box below. But if you can't come to that or you don't want to for whatever reason, then just trust that you received all the information you need right here. I love you so much, Taurus. I'll see you next time.